going on, y'all? Tuesday, March 11th, 12:05 a.m. Hey, how you guys doing? I haven't made a video in a couple days. I really just wanted to come on here and talk about, I didn't have anything that I wanted to talk about when I decided to come on here. I just knew I was gonna come on here and talk, and we were gonna see where it goes. But as I was setting up, I walked over to my room to try to find the light for my sunset lamp. I can't find it. I don't know where it is. And then this is still in the frame. I don't like that. Hold up. It's like bothering me. I don't like that. Whatever, bro. We'll figure it out. But yeah, so I was looking for the remote for my sunset lamp because it's stuck on orange right now, and I like it to fade back and forth. But I'm sure I'll find it as soon as I end the video. Y'all know how things like that go. But when I went into my room to search for the remote, I was thinking about the importance of having a greater appreciation for life and doing whatever it is that you can do to challenge yourself and to overcome those challenges, because on the other side of you overcoming those challenges exists an entirely new version of you. What really inspired me, and I don't know if I've ever said this, but moving into this apartment specifically, I moved in here 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago. Well, actually about 2 years ago. It may be coming up on the anniversary of 2 years. But prior to that, I was going through it because I was tired of just being at home, and I just felt that I needed something new. I listened to a Payroll song, and he said, your confidence is low because you need to be accomplishing more. And that is something that really stuck with me. And not only did it stick with me, but as I reflect on my own life over the past 2 years, and really just like the past 2 years, but past few years, I've been able to really develop my own confidence and belief in myself by challenging myself and doing things that I said I was going to do, and finding myself being a different person or a more evolved version of myself on the other side of that accomplishment of those challenges that I set out to do. So I say all that to say is continue to challenge yourself and continue to act on the ideas. I watched a video the other day, and the lady was like, the difference between the people that are successful and those that are not successful is the amount of time they allow to exist between the conception of the idea and the actualization of the idea. Meaning that when you have a good idea and you know it's a good idea, you don't want to spend a lot of time waiting or overthinking on that idea, because that's when the doubt starts to creep in within that gap of you waiting and trying to configure all of these different things. It just leaves room for negativity, because if you're somebody that's trying to overcome the situation that you're in, and if you've been feeling like you've been stuck in a cycle, you're probably prone to negative thinking, which has more than likely caused self-sabotaging behavior and just created procrastination within your life. But the amount of time that you take out of that, or the time that you limit within the conception of the idea and you bringing that idea to reality, there's really no room for those negative thoughts, because it's just you, the focus, and you're on that high of having the energy of the good idea, and then now you're just in it, and then you're going to get another level of high just being actually in the process of doing it. There's going to come a feeling of, it's like a euphoric feeling like I get when I make these videos. I feel very good from the moment I turn on the camera, or even before that, when I set up the lights. I turn the camera on, I cut the video off, I say my outro, I plug my camera into my laptop, import it into Premiere, I edit it and I watch it. Then I upload it to YouTube. There's a very euphoric process in that, and I've explained on this channel before how it makes me feel very good, and it lifts me up. It lifts me up, it raises my energy level. It makes me very happy regardless of the time that I do it. So whether I'm doing it at night, I can go do something else because I have a slower computer. So it takes a little while for the video to upload or even like export to my hard drive. So while I'm doing that, okay, I know I did my job, but let me go do something else. Let me go read. Let me go work on this book that I've been working on or been trying to finish. And also, it just creates a space to where you can take the energy transferred from, or the energy that you acquired in the process of doing it, to then go and be like, okay, cool. Like now I can go do something else. And the energy is going to carry over because of that. Productivity is just going to manifest itself in so many different ways. And to be honest, like I've been feeling really, really good. Like I've been feeling really, really good as I evolve consciously, right? I know the other week or last week, I talked about not being cheap. I made a video or something along the lines of not being cheap. And I've been noticing that these habits that I have, and I've just been evolving into thinking more along the plane of being the person that I want to become and that I'm destined to become, you know? So before I give you a small example, like the example I gave in the first video was about groceries and how I had the tendency to go to the grocery store over and over and over and over and over again, to the point where I was just wasting so much time. I was wasting too much time going to the grocery store repetitively instead of just making note of what I need for a week or whatever the allotted amount of time was, getting everything I needed for that specific amount of time, and then I don't have to keep going back, running back and forth. Everything I have is already at home, so now I'm setting up my life in a way that is more convenient for me. Another example is filling up my gas tank. It's a very small step, but it creates a world's difference because you can easily go, and this is a problem. If you know me, bro, if you know me and my friends, we laugh about this all the time. So when I was in, and I'm gonna get back to the point because I'm talking about gas. But when I was a kid, I was like the first kid to have a car. My mom got me. At first, she had this PT Cruiser. I was driving that, but then I was just driving her Jeep. So I had the Jeep Commander. It was a green one. It was a green Jeep Commander. And I used to drive everywhere. So we used to be like 6, 7 deep all the time. And we were kids and we didn't have any money, you know? So we would just throw like $10. Everybody would scrape up a little bit of money because we were all basketball players. We don't have no money, so everybody got like $2. Okay, I'm gonna put that 10 in the gas tank. When I tell you, bro, in high school, my tank was never over a quarter tank. It never went over a quarter tank. And over half, like up to half was a lot. Like I was feeling good. So now as an adult, I have to understand the importance and how much of a difference filling up your gas tank makes, and the amount of time it saves me. So I filled up my tank, was at I think it was, I filled up my tank up yesterday, right? And it just feels good because now I don't have to get in the car and hear the ding 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 ding. That shit bothers me and it drives me crazy. And also when you fill your tank up, it lasts way longer. And you don't have to keep making these trips back and forth, wasting time. So that was just another example. And I was telling my homie that last night because he had invited me to this music thing that we went to in Southwest Detroit. So we went there, and then we went to Dearborn. He was like, "Oh, I gotta get some gas," and he put $10 in the tank. And I'm telling him, like, I didn't like scold him or I didn't judge him, but I kind of broke down what I'm telling y'all right now, bro. Just fill it up. You know, like I'm not trying to count your pockets, but I know you went to work today and he was working where I used to work and I know how the system works. You can draw out money whenever you want. So I'm telling him, like, bro, just fill your tank. It's going to save you so much time. And you also don't want to allow yourself to think on a lower plane, bro. Think of yourself existing at a higher level. One of the things I was talking to myself about earlier today was aligning. I think a big problem that exists within the world. I'm not even going to isolate it to a specific community, but I think that a problem a lot of people have is that they identify so closely with struggle. Like a lot of people think that struggling is an inherent part of their experience. Like it's something that you're supposed to go through. And I know I've talked about manufactured struggle, but I'm not talking about the struggle that it's necessary and that you have the discipline to go through in order to accomplish the thing that you're striving for. I'm not talking about the struggle. As an example of that would be going to the gym. Like that's a manufactured struggle that you have to go through in order to achieve a better sense of health. What I'm talking about is people identifying so closely with struggle that they never overcome the situation. You know, they feel that they constantly have to struggle, or struggle is a part of who they are as a person. And that's something even I think I've identified with in the past and I didn't even realize it. But bro, struggle is not it's not what we view it to be. You know, we don't have to struggle. You know, we don't have to live lives that are miserable. Like, that's not something we have to do, you know, and we shouldn't sabotage ourselves and other people who strive to break beyond that idea of I have to struggle, or we struggle. That's what we do. Because a lot of people don't even realize that that is a part of their mentality until you see them in a situation to where they have the opportunity to evolve and go beyond, far beyond the place of struggle. You know, they just settle for, I don't know, they just keep creating the cycle subconsciously. And these are things that we have to really break through, because I don't want to struggle. You know, I don't want to, life is hard, you know, so it should be at the top of all of our list to make life better, you know, and to create a life for ourselves that we can enjoy. There are going to be parts of our life that requires a sense of struggle, but it's not a struggle. It's not really like, so the example I gave with the gym, that is a struggle because the weights are heavy and sometimes I struggle to lift the weights. However, that is not a struggle in a sense of me doing something that is not going to lead to my betterment and it's not going to lead to a better quality of life. That's something that requires discipline. So every time that I do it, I'm sharpening myself physically, mentally, and even spiritually. Just the aspect of loving myself enough to put myself through certain hardships that are inevitably going to lead me to a better space, you know, enduring it now. So that way, understanding delayed gratification, I can get the benefits of my hard work and struggle right now. So yeah, bro, don't identify with struggle. Identify with abundance and love and success. And you'll see yourself when you do the work to understand exactly what that even means and what that looks like in your life. You can start to pick apart the habits that you have that may not be in alignment with it. You know, as we continue to construct our lives and construct who we are as people and continue to grow and evolve as people, we have to pay attention to ourselves, right? We have to pay attention to the things that trigger us. We have to pay attention to our bad habits and really get an idea of, okay, because everything counts, right? Every little thing that we do counts. Me starting to make this channel that first video I made had a profound impact on the course of my life, because I can see and I can feel the confidence that I have now in comparison to the person that I was 4, 5, 6 years ago. You know, so even the first video on this channel is not my first attempt at doing this. My first attempt was maybe in like 2020. I have a video on my Nick Johnson World channel where I was talking and I did like a series of videos and I was just trying things. So even those moments where I was just trying and not being afraid to fail and even enduring that struggle then, right? It has allowed me to grow and evolve while keeping in mind where it is that I want to go, right? So that set the foundation, and having people around me. I was talking to Ciante earlier about just the things that we want to do moving forward in terms of content and just expressing ourselves and doing our part for the world and doing our part to be able to create the lives that we want, you know, in the lives, not even the lives that we want, because we can want a lot of things, but the lives that we're capable of living, you know, the lives that are right there if we just lock in and do the things that we know we should be doing and are capable of doing. I say to myself all the time, bro, I could be on the top of the world if I just gave myself the chance to be. So this is a part of me creating that opportunity for myself and creating that life for myself just by coming on here and talking to y'all and expressing myself and developing myself and developing my ability to speak, developing my ability to express myself. Developing the ability to articulate and understand my thoughts. You know, a lot of us really have to work on understanding. Did I say that right a second ago? I don't know. But a lot of us have to work on understanding our own thoughts and understand where the thoughts are coming from, because a lot of the things that we think about are not our own thoughts. A lot of the things that we think about are probably regurgitated information given to us by somebody else that may have a perspective of life that may not be in alignment with where we're going or what we would like to achieve within life. And this is where you get your fears, your insecurities, certain parts of your personality that you don't necessarily identify with, but that have been thrust upon to you, that you find yourself having to identify with just in order to fit the frame that has been placed around you, you know, because it gets to a point where you're not even living your own life for the sake of feeling your greatest benefit internally. You're living your life. You find yourself living a life that is fitting inside of the frame that has been created by people that probably don't have your best interest in mind. They may have it at heart, but they may not have it in mind. Two totally different things. They may feel it, but they may not know it. You know, that's a bar. So yeah, I didn't. Yeah, it's like I said. I just get on this and I just get it together. I just get on here and talk, but yeah, bro, I just had to come on here and continue to talk. I had a goal for myself. I said I wasn't gonna share this channel at all until I reached 50 videos. So I think I'm at about 40, 41 right now. So probably within another week or a week and a half, I'll be able to share this channel, and that'll be a big milestone for me. I'll probably celebrate by making another video. You know, the reward for hard work is more hard work. That's what we say over here at Purple Era. So we went out, so I want to tell you about, we went out downtown, not downtown, but Southwest Detroit yesterday, and they were playing live music at this venue on Verner. I think it was 4444 Verner. That is where we were at. And it was cool as a vibe, you know? It was a cool vibe. They had the lady was selling wraps and smoothies. The smoothie was crazy. What was the smoothie I had? I forgot the name of the smoothie, but it was real good. It was a good time. It was good seeing people come out just to be creative, and people that are creatives just in one area just to kind of vibe and feel the energy of people just having fun on a Sunday night listening to live music. That was something that I don't do things like that often, but it's something I can definitely appreciate. And I like the fact that the community has spaces like that for people to just come and express themselves, or just be in the company of people who understand them and kind of get their perspective on life. You know, I come from a small town, and I was telling a couple of my friends, we were having a conversation the other day, but I'm sure I've said this on this channel, but being in this area, the life that I'm striving to achieve, it's not the norm, right? So I don't necessarily fit in, but I don't want to, and I don't look at it as if I'm better than anyone around me. But I just know that there are different things that I have to be intentional about experiencing within the world, because the world is so vast, you know. And I love what technology has done, and I love that we live in an era where people are streaming and people are making YouTube videos, because it allows you to see the world for what it is through the lens of somebody that is kind of similar to you. You know, when I watch these streamers and I watch them have these experiences that are very similar to things that I have done and that I would like to do. You know, it's very fun and it's very inspiring to be able to see yourself in someone else and be like, okay, I can do that. It adds a charge to your dreams and your goals, because it lets you know that this person has similar quirks. This person is not perfect, but they just work hard, right? And fuck everything I just said. It wasn't invalid, but I want to talk about this right now. This is what I really want to talk about, because this has been on my mind. The gap between me being where I want seems so small to me. Like I feel like I'm right there. I feel like I'm peeking around the corner and the treasure is right there. You feel me? I don't feel that I'm far away at all. Like I feel like I'm right there. I've been feeling like that all the last few days. I just been feeling like all I have to do is do it. Like there's nothing in the way. All I have to do is go. Right? That's the only thing I have to do, and I feel like everything is just going to fall right into place. And I believe that. I believe that with my entire being, because I can feel it. It's and what's crazy is I really think that's why I've been feeling so good the last couple of days, because I can feel it. Like I can see it. It's to the point where some of the things that I think about feel like memories. It's weird, and I just be so happy because I'm seeing the result of putting myself in alignment with being the person that I want to be, right? So like the breakthrough is like, it's weird, but I feel like I'm there already. I just gotta kick the door down and just, you know, like I can't explain the feeling, you feel me? But I'm happy, and it has me like floating, you know? So I'm just grateful to be able to have that feeling amongst everything else that I have been through. Just in life in general, bro, I feel real good. I feel real happy right now. There are things that I have to do because right now I have to lock in right now. I have to because there are promises that I've made myself and things that I want, so I have to lock in. And I thank all of you for, being with me on this journey and just rocking with me, I really appreciate it always. And it feels so good to feel good, it feels good to feel good, especially when you've had moments where you haven't felt good and you couldn't see yourself getting out of the situation. It feels good to just feel good, and it makes you want to find more goodness, and it makes me want to create more. It makes me want to do more. It makes me want to try new things. It makes me want to explore the world and myself even more, right? It makes me want to just be more, and it makes me, I don't know if it's because the sun been shining. It's probably a little bit of that too, because it's something about that sun, bro. I need to go to California sun or Arizona or something. I need to do something soon. I need to be in some heat, like it's been warm here in Michigan. I was thinking about going outside and running today, but I ended up not doing that today. I want to get some new running shoes. But nonetheless, bro, I thank all of you for watching this channel. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. 50 videos on the way. I'm very happy that I kept that promise to myself, because I could have given up like I have in the past on certain things. So to see myself be committed and to stay the course of doing the things that I said I wanted to do, and allowing myself to really have the space to build confidence, like I'm building confidence by keeping my words to myself. And even when I don't feel like it, come on here and making these videos for y'all and making these videos for myself. Bro, it means a lot, and y'all watching these videos. This is a very early video along the journey, so it means a lot that you even came back to watch this video. It means a lot, because this is a very integral part of the story. But these are the moments that define us. These are the moments that people don't really get to see, the thoughts and the ideas and really just where a person is before they get to where they're going, right? So once again, I thank all of you. I am Nick Johnson, aka your favorite cousin. And if I haven't already, I officially welcome you all to the Purple Era. I'm gonna catch you on the next one.